Hi everybody, this update's for Friday the 16th of June and Saturday the 17th of June 2023. So there's not a lot happened on the Friday. We had a gas engineer come out to fit a new filter to our central heating boiler. It was supposed to come, it was only supposed to take about an hour and a half max, but they were here for about 4 hours. I think they were having kittens because something wasn't working properly. I think they tried 3 or 4 different filters before they got one that actually worked. But hey, it was all paid for and it was all coated, and so it was their problem, not mine. So that's all fixed. Although when I checked the boiler the next day, there was no water in it. So fingers crossed that was just a one-off. But I need to check that, and if there's any problems, I'll just contact British Gas to come out and get it repaired, because it comes with a year's warranty, this filter, so hopefully okay. Health wise, everything's going fine. I didn't get any phone calls from the hospital on the Friday, so that's all good. So I didn't have to go in for potassium levels, or they didn't change any of my meds, so that's all good. And our babysitter Dunk, our friend's over from Fife, and then we went, and that was that basically. So there was not a lot to report on the Friday. Walking wise, I was just pottering about the house because I couldn't really do much because, as I say, the gas fitters were in. I was just pottering about the house as well, and out in the garden, just sitting outside for a bit. So on the Saturday, we got up. We decided we would go to the Jim Clark museum in Duns, down in, I'm guessing, the Borders. It was okay. So we went down. It was only about 45 minutes from the house. So we drove down, and I was fairly disappointed by the museum itself. It was good. It's a good exhibit, but there was not a lot on show. It was more just picture boards with stories and trophies and things like that, and some videos to watch on the big screen or on other screens. And then there was 2 cars, a Jaguar D-Type and his Lotus Formula 1 winning car. But as I say, not a lot really to see and do, but if you pay your £6 to get in, it gives you a year's membership, so we can go back any time during the year, free of charge. So that was good. So it was worth the £6 just for that, I suppose, and it wasn't expensive, so you can't really complain. It was nice to go and see it, nice to learn more about the story of Jim Clark and how he took the world by storm in the 1960s, and then the crash that killed him, I think it was in 1968 in Germany, was it, I think? In a race he didn't really want to race in, but he got killed basically. And that was that. So we came back home. We were waiting for a bit of lunch to eat in the local town. I came back home, and then just the babysitter, he went and fitted a couple of things for me, like a handrail, so it'd make it easier for me to get in and out the shower. And he also, the switch for the shower was like a pull string, it broke, so we replaced the fitting for that for me, and a couple of other wee jobs as well, so that was all good and all thankful for that. As I say, not a lot happened. I did a fair bit of walking around the Jim Clark Museum, around Dalkeith itself, and then just round about the house, I guess, go to the toilet and things like that, but other than that, that's pretty much what we did on the Saturday. So all still good. I checked my blood pressure yesterday again, well, Friday and Saturday, and they're still quite raised, even though the hospital put me on blood pressure tablet. So maybe it's got time to get into my system, or it's just not enough, and maybe need to get stronger med or increase the dosage or whatever. But we'll see what happens when we go back to the clinic on Thursday. Hopefully when I go back on Thursday there won't be any more come back in here now, your potassium's up, but that's the biggest worry I've got, is going back in hospital. I don't want that to happen. Anyway, right, rather than wither on and talk about pretty much nothing now. I'll just leave that for today. Right, thanks everybody.